What's up, ladies and germs? In my last video about a Commonplace book, I showed you this notebook as my literal second brain to remember everything that I read. Now, after that video was posted, I kept using this notebook until one day I got fed up. I got fed up with how small and uncomfortable it was to write in. So I drop kicked it into the trash like so. And then I replaced it with a bigger and better and newer and fatter and cooler notebook. My new Commonplace book, aka this bad boy. And then I dug through the trash for my old one because I had already had a bunch of good quotes in there that I wanted to salvage. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the first few pages of my Commonplace book, how I organize the ideas that I come across, and some other popular methods for organization. Okay, so this is the notebook. It is fairly large. I like that it's so much bigger than this notebook because each page has a lot more space and I'm not so cramped when writing. All right, let's open up to the first page. So as you can see, I have up here the title, Child Education, then a date, and then quotes, and some pictures. So the organization method that I used is creating several different categories that I want to put my quotes into. For example, I have child education, children, which is basically the same thing as child education. I have business, affection, Christ, and those are the only categories that I have so far. So as you can see, I have these pages from my old notebook that I just did not want to rewrite. So I simply taped them to this notebook. With each quote, I write the quote and then the book that I found it in, or the place that I found it, the page number, and the author. And I thought it looked really boring whenever I first did it, so I bought some highlighters to add color to it and to color code each section, so just so that it'd be easier to find. And then I added these really cute stickers to make it look more interesting. By the way, these highlighters by Mr. Pen do not bleed through at all. They work really great, and if you want to check them out, they're linked down below. So here's a few more pages of my notebook. I had a lot of stuff about children because I've been reading a lot of books about how to raise kids and just like children's education because I am planning on homeschooling my kids. And then the next category here I have is business. It's in blue. Then affection, which is a light pink. And then category about Christ is in yellow. So whenever I first started putting this book together, I didn't have any of these colors added or any of these stickers, and it looked very uninspiring. So I decided to go back and add all these colors using highlighters, add the stickers, and now I think it looks a lot more inspiring. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing thing out there, but personally for me, it's quite pretty to look at. So let me read you guys some of my favorite quotes from this Commonplace book. I'll do one from each category. From Home Education by Charlotte Mason. I have so many of her quotes, by the way. If you are thinking of homeschooling your kids, please check her out. She is like the smartest lady I've ever read from, to be honest. So this quote goes, "Are you cross? Change your thoughts. Are you tired of trying? Change your thoughts. Are you craving for things you are not to have? Change your thoughts. There is power within you, your own will, which will enable you to turn your attention from thoughts that make you unhappy and wrong to thoughts that make you happy and right." The reason I love this quote so much because after I read it, it was like a whole new world for me because I think I have been a person that is very easily influenced by my own moods and emotions. And I thought that that was just how it is. Like I have no power over it. I become unhappy. I can't do anything about it. And then I read this quote and I was like, oh, interesting. I did not know that you could just change your thoughts, or like I never thought about it that way. And ever since then, anytime I'm in a bad mood, anytime something's making me angry, I don't just become a victim of my emotions. I'm like, Lesia, you can change your thoughts. You don't have to be upset over something minor that happened. You don't have to let this ruin your day. You can choose to be joyful. A quote from the business category that has been very inspiring for me. Okay, I love this one just because of how silly it is. I very much do not think like this, so reading this quote was hilarious for me because whenever I offer something to somebody, if they say no, like I will never push them to accept the thing that I'm offering them. I'm like, okay, you don't want it? That's fine, like whatever, I move on with my life. But from the 10X Rule, Grant Cardone said, "I am most worried about non-customer satisfaction. That is, the people who are dissatisfied because they don't have my product and may not know that they are unhappy." You're so assured of the quality of your product that you need to let people know just in case they aren't aware that they are unhappy. Mind-blowing. In the category of affection, obsessive concern with self is indistinguishable from misery. From Jordan Peterson. In the category of Christ. So the quote goes, "The very essence of Christianity is a personal loyalty, passionate loyalty to our adorable chief. We have laid other foundations, regeneration, sacraments, justification, works, faith, the Bible, any one of which, however necessary to salvation, in its due place and proportion may become religion about Christ and without Christ. by John Piper from his book Don't Waste Your Life, a absolutely life-changing must-read for anybody. And so you see these sections are already completed. Up until here, I have empty space here, 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 and here. And once I complete a section and I find another quote that fits into the category children, for example, I will simply create a new page with that category. And that is my organization method for my notebook. I generally write the quotes in a simple pen like this, but then I use these colorful pens to do an outline. These are also pens by Mr. Pen. They are very aesthetic looking, and if you would like to purchase them, I will have a link for them down below. The biggest thing that distinguishes a commonplace book from a regular journal is that you aren't writing about yourself, your life, or your thoughts. Instead, you write in a commonplace book from a place of humility, allowing the thoughts and ideas of others to be your focus. You write in a commonplace book because you realize that your own thoughts and ideas are insufficient and you are deeply in need of the wisdom of other wise men and women. So before we go on with other organization methods that you can use for your commonplace book, hit the subscribe button to see more helpful videos like this one. Now that you've seen my notebook, let's talk about other popular organization methods for your commonplace book. The first method for organizing your commonplace book is chronological organization. In this method of organization, entries are written in the order that they are discovered, without pre-sorting by topic. This method is simple and allows for spontaneity, making it easy to start and maintain. An index or margin notes can later help locate themes. Next is thematic organization. In this method, the book is divided into sections or headings based on themes. Examples: parenting, finance, or inspiration. This approach makes it easy to focus on specific topics and ensures related ideas are grouped together. The last organization method that I'm going to be talking about is alphabetical indexing, or Locke's method. In this method, entries are written chronologically, but an alphabetical index is maintained to categorize topics by keywords with page references. It combines the flexibility of chronological entry with the organization of themes, making it efficient for large volumes of information. And that's the end of our video. Write down any questions that you have about organizing your commonplace book down below.